Okay, part 3. Step 17. Wishbones front. Stub axles. And shock mounts basically. So we'll put those together. Looks fairly simple. He's absolutely chucking it down at the moment. But anyway, well, they're not. I'm not sure it's these yet. Oh, it is them. Got to put the spindles on first, which are these. Which is what they pivot on. Effectively, they'll be going on like that. Right, let's sort that out then. Fucking knee. Just making sure that actually still has some free play in it, which it does. And that one. So that's all good. So they've gone on. Bottom board joint. About 8mm. Just done up against the flat, to be honest. Right, that one's done. Let's move to the next one. Are you kidding me? Probably much higher, surely. Rain like you've never seen. Well, we haven't. Where's my phone? Let's see what the weather's going to be like. The UK is shit. Anyway, it's not leaking in here. Not yet. 8mm. So they're 8mm sticking out from the shoulder. But the nut sort of spaces that anyway, so that's not a problem. Okay, so that's then they're done. Open bag D, which I've done. Left and right here, so I'll make sure I don't get them mixed up. Now we're going to put the stub axle on. So putting these ball joints on, again they go on the stub axle and the steering, quite specific in the length, as in how far they come out, 8.5mm and 7.5mm. You know, we'll do what we can. It looks like the 7.5 is sort of fully, the nut's fully on, like that, according to the picture. You might not be able to see that, but and the 8.5 slightly out. We'll see in a minute. We've got the trusty calipers here, old school calipers. None of this digital shit. That's easier. So that's done. It's those ball joints there which have to be. Well, that one there has to be 8.5mm, which it is from the shoulder, and that one's 7.5mm. I don't know whether they should be the same across there anyway, and the actual moulding's slightly different. I'm not too sure about that. in the picture it looks like that one's slightly higher than that one, which it is, according to my rule. Yeah, you can see that it is not dead straight. Make me think, from a beginner's perspective, that's quite difficult. Right, let's finish the next one. Yeah, about the same. I mean, it's so negligible. Can't say that word. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So that's the right. So that's the right-hand side one, and that's the left. I don't know why I'm showing you, because you ain't gonna know that, are you? But I've got to make sure I don't get them mixed up. It's very easy to get these built the wrong way. I'll show you, because of the shape. Actually, it's got R on it. But yeah, no, I'll come back on that. Step 20 is the track control arms. And they've got like a special tool which helps you do them up, which is handy, saves your fingers. Right, so I'll make those up and show you what I've done. On the normal camera, hope you can see this, I'm just literally building up these track control arms. They're non-adjustable, but there is upgrades I guess you can get. It's a bit of a shame. So I like to have like adjustable track control arms, but you know, we'll make do for now. We might upgrade them later on. So all the ends are on, but now they've got to be a certain length, which is where these come in. They just go on the end. So the short ones need to be 13mm and the long one 44mm between the shoulders. So between that, I've got to wind both ends down until it's 13mm. There's a full-size 1-to-1 sort of drawing here, which I'll use. Nice and easy, and they're sort of straight. Yeah, that one there's 13mm. So let me do the rest, and I'll be back. That was a good guess. That was just me doing it. I'm not showing you, Phil. But that worked out really well. That's a good little tool. Saves buying, you know, new tools or anything for doing that, or damaging it, or hurting your thumbs and fingers, whatever you. Right, so that was step 20. Step 21 is now installing the front suspension onto the car, which includes all the things I built and the shock absorbers. So I'm just going to get sorted out. So you can see the front assembly is on there. Trailing arms again, and then I've got to these. You've got some track control arms and camber, I think, on the front suspension. So let's. I don't know if you can see that. You should be able to. So you've got the trailing arm top link, which is adjustable, and then you've got the stub axle. So you can do the cam. That's a really complex but interesting way to design. So you can adjust this top link to alter where that pivot is, whether it's sort of leaning forward or back. So you can adjust it like that. You see, very clever. I like that. Very much like, trying to think, it was like that really. Karting used to, one of the karting chassis, Stevenson Sprint kart used to be like that. I had a Stevenson Sprint back in the day. Yeah, that's spectacular. That could do with being adjusted on like a hex thing on it, this bit here. But anyway, let's put all the other bits back on, and I'll come back when I've popped all the steering linkage on. So that's the front. It's not done, but I do like the way that is adjusted on there and how it works. Got a lot of toe out on turns, as a Beetle would have. Yeah, so I've just got to, what have I got to do now? I'll put the front shocks on. Yeah, I think I'll, yeah, I'll put the front shocks on. What's next? I spent so long trying to do this bit that the camera's flat almost, although the camera battery's shit, but anyway. Now, still think there's some adjustments to do, but it is on. There's a bit of tension on the shocks. I think the spacing is not brilliant, and I think that's the problem when you put aftermarket shocks on anything. Sometimes it wants further adjustments. The next bit on here now is what step are we on now? Step 22, and it's to do with the front suspension. There's a couple of measurements I need to do as well, so let me just let's see if I can get this done. I might have to swap cameras because this one's going flat, but we'll see. For the purpose of this part of the video, I'm not going to sit around setting this up. It depends. You've got a couple of measurements to make between here and here. I've just set it so it's, you know, level-ish, and so it can be turned and the suspension still works as intended. But yeah, all good. I've got a bumper to put on now, and then it's a tray, but I'm going to put the bumper on and then the front wheels. So let me, the camera's sort of almost crying help, because you're taking too long, mate, to build anything. But I'm going to put the front bumper on. I've got a choice of two, and then the front wheels, and then we'll sit it on the deck and see how it looks. So you get a choice of bumpers, one that goes kind of, it's a long bumper, or the short one. I prefer the short one, if I'm honest. So 8mm countersunk. So that's the bumper I've decided to go on. This is a plastic one. So the final bit to do at the minute, the bit we're all waiting for, I suppose, is the front wheels. Now I've gone for a slightly different design. Right, let's see if we can get the bearings out as well yet. So, there they go. These are the ones off the drag car, and that's them on a wheel. Really soft. I think they're slightly bigger than the stock ones, but let's put one on with some bearings and we'll see what it looks like. These have got foams in as well, by the way, so they're like the blue foams are more solid. And they're super soft compared to what was going on there, the standard ones. I seem to have misplaced wheel nuts, so I don't quite know where they've gone. Towing in a lot. So I've got to do that. You can see that by that picture there. Film. So that's an easy fix. But that's what it's going to look like. It's well soft on the back, and the front just wants pointing in a straight line, to be honest. What do you think? Do you like that? I can't remember where I put any. I've got wheel nuts indoors, but you know, I'll get those later. I can't be, I'm not going to get them now, but I'll continue with this in a minute. So, what do you reckon? They've got to be glued on, straightened, because they're not even straight at the moment. But you can see that's a bit wobbly. So, I've definitely got to true these up a little bit. Same as that one. But there you go. The next bit is going to be the nuts. Get these wheels on, sort out the front suspension a little bit, put the tray on, steering servo, and then I think that's speed controller, receiver, and we'll see if we can get this actually kind of operating. But yeah, let me. I'm gonna get some wheel nuts and sort that out now. So I've been working on the car. I've put rear springs on, slightly stiffer, sorted the front out, spaced the front shocks because they were rubbing against the uprights. Hopefully you can see that. Doesn't bottom out. Very light on the front at the moment. But nevertheless, good. Stage 24-25 is the installation of this. The battery tray. Pretty sure it goes on like that. Or does it go the other way around? No. Kind of goes on like that. So I'm going to fit that on now and I'll be back when I've done that. Clearly it was this way on. So it's not on, but that's how it fits. I'm going to fit the servo now. Yeah, it looks fairly straightforward. I'll be back. Servo goes here, so I'll be back in a minute when the servo's in. Then what's next? I think then it's fixing this to the chassis, so that'll be. I'll come back once all that's done. And I've steamed ahead to get the car done as a rolling chassis. What do you think? Pre-cut body, it's nice and easy. Everything's gone on. Looks alright. Obviously look better once it's painted. Yeah. So inside, cover on there, steering's on. Cut some holes for the wiring. Got to put the rest of the electrics in. Yeah, and then we can see if it will work. Get it as a rolling working chassis, and then we'll do another video for the. Well, probably do another video for the electronics and painting of the shell. But yeah, it looks right, and I quite like the fact that the body's pre-cut. I mean, how easy is that? It's on. Well, there you have it. Kyosho Beetle. 85% done. That's the end of part. What is that? Part 3. Let me know what you think of the build. Let me know what you think of the kit if you've got one. It'd be interesting to hear. But that's it for now, and I shall see you for part 4. We'll have all the electrics put in. It'll be bound to a radio. We'll get it so it's running, and then we'll sort the tyres out, glue them on, true them up, and get it so it's an actual working car, and then we'll paint the shell. That'll be the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.